Hey everybody, before we get started, I just want to remind you this episode brought to you by our patrons like Ahigo Comics, Qua, Jeremy Vasquez, Kylie Denton, Nestor Flores, and Soto-san 0424. Thanks for your support, everybody. And if you like what we do, consider supporting us more on Patreon. Thanks. Now that we got our preamble out of the way, let's see. How do I... my sound levels are a little small. Everybody hold on, I'm going to adjust my mic arm up. Very slightly towards me. Okay, that's better. I was too loud before. Hi everybody, welcome to another session of Wages of War. I'm your GM, your Marshal, Omega. With me as always are those two guys.
It's your buddy cop duo, Lucky over here and over there.
Marth.
Is this
Fuck yeah, Marth, you nailed it.
Marthy boy.
Marthy boy. I like it.
Is this recording 15 or 16? This would be 16. Okay, so to let everybody know how far back we are in the posting of these recordings, I just scheduled the video for 13 to go up today, so it's uploaded for patrons and will go to the public tomorrow.
Yep.
So we're a little behind.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little weird about having an hour, an hour and a half, 2-hour video of us just fapping about shopping.
Yeah, that's gonna be episodes 14 and 15 is the thing. Well, technically in 15 you actually went out and did a lot of stuff. It was just very, very weird Mages of War stuff.
It's all alright, yeah, let's go hunt some elephants. Yeah. Now let's go make it rain diamonds. What? You heard me.
Yeah, it's just episode 14 probably just called more
Luckily,
shopping.
I think most of those are pretty short, hopefully. But yeah, so but the episodes that are all uploaded and ready to be posted are you're all the way through the Chimera thing, which I think got a lot of views and got some feedback. And then now we're posting.
Did it?
Yeah, we've gotten at least a couple comments from people which are like, "Oh man, I'm really excited for the next one and stuff."
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, and we're getting slightly more than normal views. I don't know if we're attracting an audience for it or just some people are finally going back and picking up on the thing. Dunno.
And probably, I think with the more views and whatnot, it's probably you're probably getting more people able to see those videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Algorithms. And so 12 and now 13 are going to be Operation Blue Ghost, which will be very fun because that was the really tense clockwork operation.
Yeah, the one where we blew up boats underwater and you guided us back through a bank of fucking fog.
Oh right, the fog that I let the generating up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be a really dynamic session. Hopefully, obviously, if you guys in the audience are listening to this now, you probably already listened to that one in the past. So we hope you enjoyed it.
Followed by being chased by planes.
Yeah, fuck those planes. I ain't about that life.
Just in case, I should open up some rule books.
Yeah, same.
Just in case.
Right.
But, all right. So it's been, in addition to just the usual passage of time, it's been like an extra week because we didn't get anything done gaming wise last week because we had lots of other stuff going on. So
yep.
It's I don't remember exactly how the last one ended, but you got all your materials together for your prep time for your gifts and your other stuff. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure at last we left off, it was just all right, everything is prepared, gifts are set. Now it's just chill and relax and be paranoid.
Oh right, I got the alchemic shell thing as a present for the medic.
Oh, I did spend XP for my companion though. I got her the affinity aspect, and so now she has empathy, animal affinity, and speak with animal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Neat.
She's good with that flora and that fauna.
But alright, so, like I said, I don't know exactly what date we ended on, but we're gonna, with everything prepared, I assume we're just gonna go ahead and fast forward.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I guess, I'm not super familiar with how cultural would be at the time. I did a little bit of research to, set up the holidays and stuff, and this is where I learned that, this is about when, greeting cards and stuff would be coming into common. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Let's begin there. So you guys have an opportunity to send telegrams or letters or greeting cards back home. Do you have anything particular you want to say, or do you have any particular people you want to make sure they get sent to?
I'm definitely gonna send some some polite letters to professors I know back at the academy.
Yes,
about
we may have talked about this last time. Now that you say that,
about certain incidents have happened, and that at my next long vacation, I would like to come down and pursue some topics of interest. Those will be sent through standard mail, but I'm gonna send some word back to the fam, who might have some influence, have some pull, to maybe start thinking of a how do I want to put this? Worst case scenario, maybe in the next year down here.
Yeah, hey, stockpile your golden gems in case you need to buy me out of the clink.
Yeah. And then, just the usual round well wishes and families to friends, families, and connections. My network, if you would.
Because when we play Mage's Cold War, Wolfgang's gonna be big boss.
Hey, no, I'm totally gonna do it.
He's gonna have an eye patch I'm playing and a robot arm. But lucky, we're playing British submarine troops. I'm still Wolfgang.
I'm still Wolfgang.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Don't ask questions.
That's all. I defected.
Yes,
Wolfgang's favorite statement: don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Hey, Albert Einstein could defect to fucking America. Wolfgang could defect to Britain or wherever. As we have noted, Wolfgang is a little too fucking white knight.
Yeah. All right. And Ulrich, do you have anybody in particular?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
I just wrote that up because
Oh, you wrote it.
Because it was like, there's probably gonna be like time and time again while waiting for time where I could speak. So yeah, I wrote it up.
Oh yeah, and the worst case scenario letters are definitely being sent by Mage Mail. The military, look.
Yeah, no, you send some private cards via, Magic Courier, and they're like, yo, of course, sir. Right away. Actually, we said there might not be rolling, but there's actually notes in my advanced guide about how much that'll cost you. So let's see how much a decent travel of a Mage Courier will be.
I mean, if they have to fly, if the package has to get from Africa to Stall.
Yeah, you are in the ass end of the world.
Yeah.
But there's standard items. So I think services is down at the bottom. Because listen, guys, I've done a lot of fucking prep time in this game. This game is basically feature complete.
I could literally just borrow a fucking... Oh no, this is a custom unit. This is technically mine. I could just fly home. How fast do I fucking fly?
Real fast.
You can fly, I think, 800 mph.
Let me double check that because again,
that's per skills. The thing is, did you? Oh god, yeah. So it's the Mage Courier is per kilometer. But they're probably teleporting. I don't necessarily want to nickel and dime you on this.
Right.
So
a message, back home is probably probably a good $5 for them to set up the ritual.
Okay, excuse me, game. Omega. I just looked it up. 800 kilometers per hour, which is my top flying speed, is 497 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Can the human body even take that? Hang on here.
I'm pretty sure.
Hang on.
It would depend on your dragon wind speed. There's also the issue of do you have the efficiency model so you go longer?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got double the time. Still, that's like 20. That's your 20 hours max flight time. You'll fucking pass out before that.
Okay,
because
so
theoretically, human beings travel faster than that sitting in a chair.
All it says is that you can't handle heavy acceleration.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. As long as you don't, as long as you're not
doing a slingshot sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As long as you don't accelerate quickly, and as long as you don't turn quickly.
You can make a straight line flight without any problem. It's just you have to gradually accelerate and decelerate. If you do a sudden stop, which technically I should point out in mobility units you can do a sudden stop, you shouldn't.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, G-forces
or a hard turn. Hey, if you wanted to do straight as the crow flies, yes, you could just fly up and turn and burn, but that means you'd be at the mercy of weather systems because you don't have a super high flight ceiling. You'd have to go around mountains.
Fuck no.
And like I said, there's a point where even if you could, because I could, go on Google Maps and calculate the distance between.
Well, let's not calculate, but it's still.
Right.
No, I'm doing it now.
What? Yeah, so I don't know, I would assume that with Prophet Miss around, the mage couriers have a system that they can probably expedite these things.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, because you're such a distant, mark, you would almost assuredly have to get there. So let's see, I have a time, but not a distance. Can I
is it in the mage's field guide?
Yeah, it'll be in the field guide probably.
Mage mail.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so it's, if I'm reading Google Maps right, it's 12,700 kilometers ish.
Wait, how much?
Actually, hold on. Let me get an exact because I generalized. So let's actually let's get a more exact range. So it's more like 11,000, but still, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I generalized to what's the name of a town I can remember in South Africa, but then I was able to zoom in and get specifically somewhere in Namibia. So where's my tab? That's Discord. That's my tab. I didn't copy. Thanks, Google Maps. My 50 million tabs. So it is this distance. And
11,247 kilometers.
According to Google Maps, the flight time would be 12 hours 45 minutes in a plane, which I'm pretty sure are faster than you.
Probably.
So, yeah, I think your issue is that you could do it. The problem is you'd have to cover a shitload of enemy territory to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or I'd have to swing way the fuck out.
Yeah, your best bet would be to angle over central Alkebulan into your allies in what did I call the Ottoman? It's something. You basically into Turkey, which is an allied country, and then you'd have to spring back across all the Balkan states which are fighting. So yeah, it's not a good plan.
Man, honestly, we should just play mage couriers. That sounds metal as fuck. Just flying over all these war zones and shit.
Yeah, technically, I suppose that's supported, because I did give them a full write-up in there.
That would be actually a fun thing to do. It's
that could be a very interesting game to play, yeah.
Be like a PMC company, almost.
Listen, we don't care who you are, but we deliver your mail.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there's a lot of dumb shit in our way. Actually, at the moment, also, you could...
That will cost you about 2,500.
I'd have to double-check who's fighting whom in North Africa, but technically I think you could, cut across mostly the ocean to stall holdings in West Africa, which are, northwest of you, and then take a shorter hop across basically Austria to Germany. The problem is, that cuts you over Italy, and also, who's fighting in Tunisia and Algeria right now? I don't remember off the top of my head, which is a problem, but yeah, so... There's a lot of barriers. It would take you a lot longer, but it'd be a lot safer if you did it by boat. And unfortunately, there's no boat button on Google Maps. There's driving and walking, but no boat button.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I remember, Google Maps is funny sometimes. But all right, so that's how far it is. How much is it cost to send a package of letters?
Like I said, in this case, I'm pretty sure because they'd have to cross a jungle and a desert. They're just gonna teleport it back. Mm-hmm. So I'll call it a nice round $5.
All right.
They need to basically you to hoof material cost on the ritual.
Okay, I will do that. Bam! I'm down to 115 MC.
I could make you pay more money, but I don't feel like it's a big deal.
What's the cost?
Well, so normally the cost is 5 per kilometer, but like I said, they're not physically flying those kilometers because that would be dumb.
So it's just teleporting. Okay.
Yeah, just call it basically a 5 MC to pay material cost because they've got the array set up and everything. They just need ritual components to have it actually go through and deliver it on the other side.
I thought it was going to be that much, so I wrote that down.
Which is, that's still pretty expensive compared to costs. Technically, you can get a domestic plane ticket for less than that on average.
Right.
So, Like, that's still very, very pricey. It's just you guys are full of hazard pay right now. And one, like we said, one of you is an officer who gets paid very good right now.
Yes, I do.
Because it's early in the war, and they can write a lot of checks. The war will be over with, my prophetmas, didn't you hear? Just keep writing that military script. But alright, so that's taken care of. You guys have sent your letters back home. That only took 15 minutes.
Hey, we get into this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's partially my fault, but I really did want to know when you asked, how far is it to back home? I'm like, I should probably figure this out. That might actually matter.
We got questions.
So yeah, that's probably everything I think in the pre-actual holiday date time. Unless you guys think of something else.
No, we're gonna do just normal. I don't want to make us do rolls for every single fucking village, but I just want to establish that we do go out several more times to get excess foodstuffs around the villages, and spread hearts and mind campaign.
Yeah.
Because I said
you guys did your legwork on that last time. I'll let it ride.
Yeah. As I said, we're not going to be. We really probably don't need to be hunting anymore or anything like that. So.
No, you guys brought a whole team to skin an elephant.
Yeah. And other than that, yeah, no, I'm content to let it go.
All right, so I'm gonna say for the sake of scene convenience, so we're not jumping around a lot. We'll skip to the day, the actual 25th of December, probably December, because I don't want to fuck with the names of months.
Yeah.
Plus, that's most of those are Latinate, which is perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
So December 25th, Prophet's Day is here. There's probably some church bells ringing in the township, which wakes you up. Everybody's a pleasant one. To most of you guys who are not natives, like most of your unit, and obviously both the player characters, it's a little weird to wake up on a Prophet's Day morning and it's bright and sunny and 80 degrees outside or more. Probably or more because it's the dead middle of summer. And so it's a little there's no snowball fights out in the commons or anything like that. But there's a sense of joy and community in the air. And my microphone's a little creaky. Anyway, I reckon probably there's a nice full breakfast. Everybody gives holiday cheer, and then you probably settle in for your dinner at sometime in the early afternoon, as is typical in this sort of thing, with gift giving afterward.
Nope.
So you go through the whole rigmarole in the morning. There's probably a little bit of last minute setup to because there are a lot of dudes here. Just even on your own, you're part of your two squadrons are part of a company that is 150 guys strong. So there's plenty of work to be done in setup. And as is pretty typical for mage units, you guys have to kind of look out for yourselves at base a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. There's still staffers around, but you guys are pretty self-contained, and I think it's noted somewhere in the fluff chapter. So it's considered a faux pas to even if you have rank authority to go outside your chain of command to boss around conventional soldiers and vice versa. Mm-hmm. If you're not out in the field on an op.
Yeah.
So you guys probably do a decent amount of your own setup. Some of you probably treat it as hey, just hard works, clean minds, healthy spirit kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Ulrich probably thinks like that. Probably chops wood to sharpen his mind or something. Did any of you buy the thing where you can replace your strength mod with will mod so you can just punch logs apart like Captain America?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, I got inner strength, I think.
Oh yes, I am so good at magic. Let me lift this huge table. But yeah, so that's probably a decent chunk of your morning, set up, decorations. Probably small stuff with greeting cards. You say hi to some people, There's a big community thing. And then, like I said, you probably start your dinner in the early afternoon. It's a big meal. Got everything set up. Got some stuff, flown in from home. And some stuff that was locally grown. Ham, I think, would be a big one, and also some game fowl, because there's a decent amount of that here. The break into your beer ration a little bit.
and you made sure that I think everybody had good alcohol available.
Yep. I sprung for a few casks of the good stuff. Well, Zummin.
Yeah. So if you want to make a toast, now's probably the time.
Yeah, well. I'll call attention to all my men.
There's probably a decent, like, when you start to speak, because, high morale. They like you.
Yep. Let's see here. I'm usually not one for giving grandiose speeches, but heck, it's profit, miss, so why the heck not? Men, women, and everything in between, you're a rowdy lot, but we get the job done, and that's all that matters. Cheers to yous, mates! I don't know why I went British, but, that's the fucking,
In the movie version of this, clearly you're played by a British actor.
Clearly.
Because, God forbid, the German guys speak German the whole movie. Yeah. So yes, there's cheers, big drink.
Big drink.
For the sake of formality, not captain, she's major now. The major probably gives a speech of her own to, like, the double assembled men.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this would be one of the few times that, like, officers dine with enlisted men, right? Like, you guys don't retreat to the officers' mess. Obviously, the officers and senior command staff have their own table, but you're all in the same area, kind of like eating and breaking bread together, because it's all about community today.
Yeah.
But I didn't really prep beforehand. I think that her speech would probably be a little bit more flowery and formal. She clearly wrote it last night.
Mm-hmm.
But it's much to the same effect of what Wolfgang just said, which is like, all right, hey, we're all here. We've been in some bad situations. We've got some bad situations ahead of us, but now is a time to celebrate our unity and, be thankful for things that have come and gone. And, you're the finest unit a girl could ask for, kind of thing. Cheers to you, everybody. Everybody drinks.
More big drinks.
Big drinks. The MPs don't want to be out tonight, but they're going to be out tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's lots of eating and good time, celebration. The food's really good because you guys went out of your way to get extra stuff. So the kitchen team had plenty of material to prepare.
Hearts and minds!
So there's good meat, good bread. Your supply situation isn't terrible already, and then you guys added to that. So it's a perfectly serviceable meal. And like I said, other than the fact that it's like 1 billion degrees outside, you'd never know you weren't home. Maybe you don't hit the spiced wine as hard because you're already freaking hot, and you don't have much left of your uniform to ditch.
I don't know, we could get stupid and do weather control snow.
You could, but that would probably cause an environmental disaster.
Yeah, it's not.
The snow will melt later. Also, that would be like when places in like Texas get snow, everybody freaks the fuck out because they have no idea how to cope with it.
Yep.
Mass pandemonium, dogs and cats living together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to take a brief break if you guys want to think about what anything you want to do. I'm not going to pause the recording. I'm literally just going to walk across my room and get a handkerchief because my nose is really runny all of a sudden.
I love how it just got nasally in that last moment as he said that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. Times are good. I hate to say about this. Like, I feel like I watch too much anime and shit, because this makes me just feel like we're triggering the fucking flags.
Well, you are about to go on a big, scary mission. It's entirely possible that something bad will happen. Also, I'm back, audience, and I'll try not to blow my nose too much into the microphone, but listen, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
I don't know, it's just like, I feel like if someone says they're gonna, after, like, we get done with this next effect, that they're gonna get married, I'm like, we're all fucking dead.
No, you guys are still soldiers, and you're also mages, who are a superstitious lot, so nobody says anything dumb. I mean, there's a little bit of wistfulness that's like, oh, I really wish I could have, gone home to see my family. They sent me, a picture of this card.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one asshole sergeant who's like, look, this is the picture of my newborn son.
We should all keep this with me always. Over it and be congratulations, and then we like, shake our fist mentally at him.
Mm-hmm. He tucks it into his breast pocket, right over his heart.
Oh God.
Audience, by the way, even if I forget that, if anybody dies in the next couple of episodes, first it's that guy.
Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry, his fate is sealed.
This is a game about military stuff, thus we must obey military tropes. But yeah, so everybody has a good hearty drink, and actually, if I remember rightly, I believe lots of places in Europe, including Germany, are okay with drinking their beer warm or room temperature, so that's not unusual. Though, if you guys want cold stuff, you are mages, so you guys have a cold box, like I said.
Nah.
But yeah, so there's plenty of that. You probably move to some desserts, an aperitif. If officers want to switch from beer to wine, that's okay. Or maybe, like I said, some schnapps or something. Get out the real stuff.
This opportunity, I will give my officers their gift of some good fucking brandy.
Yeah. So after kind of like the meals and stuff, everybody kind of breaks up into smaller. They break up into their individual units to do gift exchange and stuff.
Yep.
And the senior officers will probably retire to, like I said, to the officers' club for me. A possible early evening smoke, some brandy, maybe some games of chess. If you're feeling feisty, maybe break out the cards, play some Magia. None of you are Americans, so you don't know how to play Magia Poker, which is good. Because nobody knows how to play Magia Poker. That's the joke. Nobody understands why you would combine not tarot and poker, but I did.
Those damn not Americans and their different ways. What is the standard system? Why can't they use the good old metric like everyone else?
Well, I'm pretty sure I don't know if the British would have switched over, considering they started the imperial system to metric yet. I think they're still imperial because they refer to their guns as like quarter pounders in this war.
True, yeah.
So yeah, that's a good continental thing you guys have going for you. But yeah, so you guys can probably go on back to the officers' mess and like go around to your things, and we can handle exchange of gifts. Where's my notes on that? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, since Ulrich has a smaller social circle,
yeah.
When you guys basically get back to the barracks for like your own drinks and rounds of cards and stuff, your companion Raphael comes up to you and he gives you a nice wooden box, wrapped in some twine. He kept it simple. He knows you're a practical man.
What was that? I was interrupted.
That's okay. I said that your companion Raphael, he gives you a simple wooden box. It's not cheap, but it's pretty plain and it's wrapped in twine because he knows you're a practical guy.
Okay.
And if you open it up,
take it from him and like furnish a safe thanks and just give him packages I have for him.
All right, so everybody opens their gifts. What he got for you was you open it up and there's some very nice, higher quality leather polish, and also some leatherworking and repair tools for your shiny masterwork boots, so you can keep them in repair in the field.
Okay.
It's practical, but it's not chintzy.
Okay, so it's leather polish and then leather working and repair tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And for the audience, and also for me, because God knows if I remember, what did you get him?
I got the wood alchemic gel.
Oh, yeah, we wanted to get some of this stuff. Very handy. So he'll, put that away and go about his business. So back in the officers' mess, the officers' club for a brief time, where Wolfgang is, and there's so many people. Oh my God. Actually, yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Did we? I don't think we agreed about anything. But like, if the other senior officers had come to you, Wolfgang, and been like, do you think we should? Are we gonna group up for something for the major? Would you have just been like, I have my own personal plans, and stuck to that?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So everybody probably gives a little bit individually. Like I said, as a unit, the company probably maybe did something nice. Like maybe they chipped in and got her some new books or some new phonograph models, but like nothing like flashy, just something that everybody could contribute to. Like maybe everybody wrote their name on a greeting card kind of thing. but nothing like super flashy or serious as a collective gift.
Yeah.
So, I could have thought long and hard about role-playing with myself and detailing what everybody's interpersonal relationships are, but I chose not to. So let's just focus on the things I have notes for. So,
yeah.
I don't know. What order do you want to do this in?
Well, first I'll start with my officers. As I said, I each got them a bottle of good brandy.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Thank them for the service, and when times get trying, just keep this gift in mind. It will help. I can't remember her name to save my life. Motherfucking fire breathing, scythe wielding
Hauptmann Grimhild Brandt. There's a lot of T's in there.
Mm-hmm. I said, I will
consonants.
Give her a gift of masterwork leather gloves.
Oh, she nods. Very very appreciative. She exchanges back to you. She tells you that because her unit was assigned to clean up on that village, that she found a little something out in the field that you might appreciate. I don't know if you will want to wear it, Captain, but maybe keep it in your office. So you pop it open, and it's got a little plush lining. It's a little bracelet or necklace or something with some kind of like sinew or fiber, and it's a little blackened and a little beat up, but it's a little bracelet or necklace of some claws that look very familiar. You think these were embedded in your thigh at some point. So yeah, you've got a little chimera claw charm that apparently after you bombed everything to hell and the land unit came in and set it on fire, she picked up a few trophies because you killed a chimera, but you didn't really get anything out of it other than the scars and a story. So now you have scars, a story, and some souvenirs.
Well, thank you. Now whenever I tell that story, I won't have to take off my pants to do so.
Much chuckles. Another round of drinks for everybody. Clap on the back. So your XO has a gift for you. The rest of your commanders are kind of like, they got in with the men on a pooled gift, which we'll cover later. When you
okay, cool.
You will probably go see the men to, hey and hello and, say some final words at the barracks, so.
Yeah. So, definitely, I'll have a moment with my XO, and I'll give her her gift of the handcrafted earrings from Amber, because she would mage.
Right? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of hemming, hawing, and all you shouldn't have. There's she's not rude enough to say it, but there's a possible undertone of how much did you spend on this kind of thing. But she appreciates it. You don't ever do anything nice for her, so. I
just make her follow me into combat constantly.
Yeah, you got her set on poison fire by a chimera.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she pulls a little something for you. It's got another little carrying case. She mentions that one of your other officers, Lieutenant Behringer, the sneaky metalman, who, as we previously established, Gesundheit, by the way. As we previously established, Lieutenant Behringer claims that his family are watchmakers. That's why they have good hands. It's definitely not anything else. But you open it up, and it's a gold-plated pocket watch. It's got the 8-pointed star seal of the Aether symbol. It's probably got a giant eagle on it, and it's got a couple of small emeralds for relief. Nice accent color. It's perfectly well round. It's ready to wind. It's got a lovely length of chain. The dial is Ethereum coated, so it glows in the dark, and it's probably got it's probably similar to your wristwatch in that it's got a tiny compass in it, and there's a little tiny note on the inside.
Oh,
and if you open up the note, it says, "If you throw this at anybody, I will strangle you with it." Because you think to yourself, "Oh, this is a nice length of chain. I could, really whirl this around my head." No, don't do that. She'll fucking kill you.
She has my number.
Yes, it's a very nice watch. It's got a little nameplate engraving on the inside.
I'll keep it as a way to remind me to not take unnecessary risks.
That would be good, Herr Captain. And then you eat the note.
No one can know.
So the Major is probably passing out gifts at this point, just small things, small gestures to her officers, because, you guys are, she's had private conversations with you and with the others that are like, we're kind of in a bad spot here, but we're pulling through, so, distributes a few things here and there. For you, she presents a larger little tin of something. If you open it up, it's got coffee in it.
Oh,
because she knows you drink lots of coffee, and she's like, yes, I was able to acquire this from my father's business connections in whatever the flip the Game Master is calling Turkey right now. Ooh, here's my great list.
Give it a good
places.
sniff. Take that fragrance in. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Galatian is the Turkish Empire, the Ottoman forces. So yeah, basically it's that's, if I remember rightly, that's where a lot of coffee originated. So this is straight from the source type stuff.
Yeah, Turkish coffee. I remember that. I remember hearing about that.
Mm-hmm. So it's nice and strong and aromatic.
Yeah, fragrant.
Just a little something you could use.
Well, if that's the case, I believe a little something you can use will describe my gift as well, and I will hand her over the books.
Undersell of the year. So not only for us, because it's been a while, but also for the audience, because God knows how long it's been since that recording went up. Describe the item.
So inside the box are two bands. One is made from star metal and diamonds, with an engraving of a Valkyrie on it, with the words "May this always bring you to victory." And the other one is a bracelet of ivory scrivened with an image of another Valkyrie with the words "And may this always bring you home." Basically, they are two foci. One what were they called now? Oh, one elemental and one elemental, what was it? Potent?
Yeah.
I think it was called?
Potent's one of the ones. I assume that's one you meant, because it's like elemental, potent, or far reach.
Yeah, potent.
So now I need to put those down on her character sheet. She, because remember, obviously the Major's still young,
Mm-hmm.
She's not in her 20s yet. She does a pretty good, poker face, kind of like respectful, but you can tell she's just a little surprised, but very appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
So she thanks you, warm hand clasp, but not like a hug or anything. That would be socially inappropriate.
Yeah,
because she's a ranking officer. But she definitely seems to appreciate.
I'll just keep it low. It's like, Major, you rescued me from a hell. Hope you never find yourself in one yourself.
May we all find ourselves free of that particular problem.
Mm-hmm. I do beg your pardon, Major, but me and a couple of men have a few more tasks to carry out this night.
Of course, it's your day. It's all our day to celebrate. She actually kind of looks around the room. And it's like, don't stand on ceremony, everybody. Go about your business, kind of thing. Not like a formal "you are dismissed," but like dismissing everybody basically from their social obligations.
At ease,
everybody.
But I'll call to the XO, and I'll make my way to the barracks.
All right. No, high morale. There's definitely a round of something like "for he's a jolly good fellow" or something when you come in. You haven't ordered your men to do anything dumb that you didn't do yourself, and have somehow managed to not get anybody horribly murdered doing any of your dumb stunts. So the boys and girls in the barracks really like you. You are to them the ideal commanding officer. Chivalrous, gentlemanly, not stuck in his ways, but still at the same time very traditional for a mage because, you know, you're beating up people with a fucking sword and shield, you lunatic. And so they kind of get together and they know that you know, for some of your stuff that's been going on, you've kind of been up and down on, like, what you're wearing a lot. You sometimes had to ditch some stuff. So what they've gotten for you, they open it up. There's a very fine, large, because you did buy a duster, but
Yep.
so they know you like long coats. The men have all chipped in and gotten you a very lovely greatcoat. With complete with like a rain mantle, you know. It's light. It would still probably be a little warm if you wore it at like midday out in the open sun. But, you know, if you are flying around or you're off doing any one of the other crazy things, or God forbid it rains oil or something dumb, it would be very comfortable and well suited. You know, it's perfectly tailored. They may or may not have asked your XO what your sizes were, and how she knows we're not going to answer. It's because she has to fill out your uniform requests, clearly. She's definitely not measuring you in your sleep, just in case. But yeah, so it's like I said, it's perfectly tailored. It's very high quality. Got some very polished brass buttons. Got all the perfect chest space to hang all your medals on. You know. So, for instance, if you were back in stall right now and it was fucking cold, you could completely wear this to like a formal event. So it's a very lovely coat. Like I said, not super expensive, but enough that like everybody chipped in a little bit. So yeah, it's a very lovely thought gesture. You know, it's probably got your name embroidered on like a sleeve. Oh, and it totally has a Skywolf patch on it.
Nice.
Which once again, to remind everybody, is the wolf holding a sword in its mouth.
Well, I'll make sure. I'll give many appreciative thanks. I'll have another toast with the men. But then I'm going to have to call to Ulrich and the medic. It's like, can't have you getting too drunk now, Ulrich. We still have one last thing we need to take care of tonight.
Yep.
Right.
Let's see, it's high summer, so even if the clock is like early evening, it's only like starting to maybe get a little dusky. So you still got some daylight to burn.
Yep. Right.
And actually, because you're very south of the equator, daylight would probably actually go on quite late.
Oh, okay.
Now that I think about it.
Well, still don't want to keep you from the festivities for too long.
No, obviously.
So, get your gear, meet me at the hangar, and bring the gifts.
Oracle salute, and then goes get the gifts.
Somebody is crazy enough to say, you know, as the captain leaves, "What a man! I'd follow him to hell and back. I would." Only not sounding like Dr. Zoidberg. Little did they know that somehow Ulrich will actually find hell and have to punch it. Not Ulrich, Wolfgang. Ulrich will be there too. You'll both be collectively there and punch hell.
Yep. Gonna fucking do it. It's gonna happen. You gotta fight demons, yo.
Just like the time where... Yeah.
But alright, so I'm not gonna make... You've already been to the location. You're not in like a time crunch, so I'm not gonna make you roll anything for it. You can fly to the fort.
Yep.
There's some...
salutes. Because we took this fort, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just explain we're here to do a ceremony for the Cerritus, appeasing it for prophecies, all that crazy stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm an officer, let me through.
Oh yeah, no, they're happy to see you. You guys are flying all the right colors as you come in, you know. Some of your unit have been doing patrols out of here. So the local infantry archery are, you know, okay to see you. Like, you know, some of them are like, actually, you know, I guess you drew a bum straw. You got duty on a holiday kind of thing.
Can I give them a cask anyway? I want to give him a cask anyway.
Probably.
I'm gonna give him a cask anyway.
You don't need to grease any wheels, but that doesn't stop you.
Yeah, no. It's fucking Providence. I want everyone to have a little bit of a good time. It might be the last good time we have for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, because
to get through the bad times, you need to remember. To get through the bad times, you need to remember the good times.
Yeah, because after New Year's, the next major holiday in this setting is the one where you chase out the ghosts of the dead. And you bury the people who died over winter, so that's a very somber festival.
I'll bring a cask for them.
Right. They're playing some footy in the courtyard.
Tell them to have at it, but you know, no drunkenness up on the walls.
You know, of course, sir. They salute. They redistribute. There's some more whoops and hips hurrahs, as you like I said, you interrupt the footy game. They got a radio set up somewhere. The reception's not good, but they're trying to get, the news and stuff.
All right, so we got the bowl, we got the dirt, we got the vases, we got beads.
Yep. All right, and so, once again, you go down, 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 scooch your way down into the vaults. There's the statue, untouched. Actually, it may be a little bit touched because it looks like it's been dusted slightly.
Yeah.
And the little under cavern thing that the Earth Mages made has been kind of like boarded up. It hasn't been sealed because you guys haven't moved enough. Enough mages basically haven't been through here to like undo all the work they did.
Yeah.
But it's been boarded over for safety reasons because if you recall, that Earth Mages basically tunneled a ramp straight down into a cavern space. So it's not like it was OSHA compliant or anything.
Right.
All right, but I don't know. I guess we'll get ritually in here. Does it actually have to be like a ritual to like?
No, this is you're just offering gifts.
Yeah, just offering.
All right, so we'll set them on the altar, burn some incense.
Yeah, definitely setting the ceremonial bowl that we took back on the altar.
Yeah, put the offering bowl back.
And then saying the things out. 7 pots with, some with beads, others with the
earth-infused earth.
Aether-infused earth.
And so you're the Earth Mage, Marth, so we'll follow your lead in this.
Okay. So I'll just set them out, space just right around the altar, which I assume is in a wall?
Yeah, it's based in a wall.
Okay, so in a semicircle spaced out around it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you'll recall from because it's been a while since we described this, it's like there's like the upper torso figure of a female form, ultra smooth carved, but a little bit featureless, with something like goats or antelope horns kind of just leaning out of the wall, and there's the space for the offering bowl and a little support under it, so you can array the jars around that.
Okay, so I'll just be directing about saying semicircle around the altar with certain bowl, then getting all the incense to start burning around it. And
the captain can take care of that because he has a free power for that now.
And then the offering in the bowl itself. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Put our hands together and pray for good fortune and all that good stuff.
Yeah, good fortune.
And while you guys have your eyes...
for the good fortune of Earth elements.
Right. Yeah. And while you guys have your eyes cast down briefly for that prayer, you look back up. The offering bowl is mysteriously empty. There's a little...
Okay. Then.
They're probably, especially considering there's, probably guys running around upstairs and stuff. There's not like a concrete manifestation, but you definitely get the impression that like the spirit is placated and it has, accepted your offering, and so things are squaresies.
Nice.
Okay.
That's that. Now, Ulrich, attention.
Yes. I'll salute.
Very good. XO, the box if you would. And my XO will take out a box from her and give it to me. And I will open it to reveal a medal. So, Sergeant First Class Ulrich.
Yes.
For leading men and women through enemy territory, through the thickest fog, through the darkest water, to a victory with not a soul lost, I am very proud to present to you the Order of the Silver Stag. And I will take this medal out and pin it to your chest.
So, actually, the audience wouldn't know this because we did this over PMs. So last time, Wolfgang wanted to know if he could get Ulrich a medal, because it seemed thematically appropriate, and I was like, okay, make a little roll there, see if you can swing that with your red tape, and he did. So, there you go.
Yep.
Marth, you now have the Order of the Silver Stag, which does a thing.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So, wait a minute.
It's like, not many men can do what you do, Ulrich.
Yeah, I was just
You're not very, as I said, you're not the most social, but I've never seen a man more loyal nor more dedicated to doing crazy-ass things.
Proud to do service for my country and for you, my captain.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Yeah. And it's all like, there's no one else I'd rather have at my side, Ulrich. And I hold up my hand for a handshake.
I hold my hand out.
We grasp! Brothers in fucking arms!
Manly European handshakes.
Yes.
Possibly a shoulder hug. Bump shoulders.
Oh.
Yeah, but let me see here.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. So, Order of the Silver Stag is a medal awarded to mages who serve as exemplary guides, scouts, and pathfinders through dangerous or unusual conditions. It halves all penalties to navigation and survival rolls.
Yep.
Which makes perfect sense because that's what Ulrich does. And,
honestly, the more I thought about it, it's like, yeah, we were in enemy territory the entire time. We went through the night, through dark water, out again, through fog, all the way down while we were shivering in cold. And you led us the entire fucking way. There's no way you did not deserve that.
Right, so that just halves the penalties?
Yep.
As I heard.
So it doesn't matter, if it's in the fog, in the dark, whatever. Just half it. Done.
Yep. And,
this is penalties for navigation.
Mm-hmm. And survival. And yeah, and actually it's, Ulrich's unit was the one who got through. His team was the one who actually made it through their first pass and moved on with the mission.
Yeah.
Wolfgang's squad had to double back.
Yep.
Yeah.
You must give credit when credit is due, I believe.
Yep.
Alright, but with that, all my gifts are done. Let us return home and get back to the feasting. Huzzah!
Yes. There was... And then there was much rejoicing.
Let us eat, drink, and be merry, for soon we may die.
Yep.
Accurate.
Got a sweet coat and a sweet frickin' pocket watch. I'm gonna cry! My men love me.
Well, you've done all right by them so far. We'll see if that holds up. So, everybody returns to base. Like I said, you got a long time of daylight. So, what do you now that you're truly free? What do you spend your free time doing? I will note that the Major probably pointed out when she was talking about stuff that she did receive a new lovely elemental chess set from home.
I definitely would like to. Now that I've taken her, I'd like to take her up to challenge her once again.
Gotta keep trying.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing. I'm sorry. I'm hearing this mad amount of buzzing in the background. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And there's just some guys with a chainsaw working on a tree outside. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I can see that could be distracting.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So what'd you say?
I didn't say anything. I was just waiting for you to finish, and you cut out a little bit. So yeah, if you wanna challenge her again to a game of
I want to challenge
elemental chess, let's roll tactics.
Oh god, almost rolled right off the fucking board. I got a 7.
Oh, well, you're probably going to beat her then. She only got 1 degree of success.
Let's see here. So, just good old standard motherfucking tactics. Me and my damn 13 pages of character sheet. It's just trained. And 3 degrees of success.
All right, yeah. It's a close match. She almost gets you a couple times, but you actually manage to emerge victorious. You stick to your guns.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of sitting there, considering the pieces of the movie and says, very interesting, Captain.
Unfortunately, Captain, it seems that right now my bread and butter is unconventional but effective tactics. I'm pretty sure the military instructors back at the academy are throwing a fit over everything.
Well, they are now, but I'm sure after the war is done, the academy will love to hire you on to teach some of these tactics you developed, if they can even be taught.
Well, we'll see. First, we have to reach that point. I'll start setting up the pieces for another game. But in the meantime, I'll be like,
I think she's got you the second time. I rolled an 05.
Oh shit! I rolled a 66. I failed.
Oh well, she got 4 degrees, bub. She blasts you with one of those 2-turn gambits. Damn. And you just fall right for it. She kind of she kind of smirks to herself and says, See, sometimes, Hauptmann, your keen intellect works against you. You were so busy looking for all the unknown openings, you didn't catch the very obvious known opening.
Well, that's the price I pay for such creativity, I suppose. Major, For the upcoming offensive, do you feel like this should be something that we stick more traditional military tactics? It seems very cut and dry at first look, but as I said, I haven't made it how I am so far by expecting anything to go as planned.
She kind of nods, thinks to herself, and says, well, the initial assessment, I think, is sound. In case somebody forgot, the plan of action is you're going to assault the airfield by basically the ground team is going to show up at the edge of the minefield and start shelling them from a distance while also beating up the minefield. That's going to draw out the mage unit who are stationed there as defenders, at which point the major and some of her honor guard, or probably her full honor guard, is going to basically blindside them while they're busy focusing on another target. And then, while those guys are distracted, you, in the aerial squadron, are going to fly by and bomb the shit out of that airbase. Because it's just a hit and run effect. You are to it's a raid. You are to support your fellow units and make sure that they don't take excessive casualties while you guys are fucking around. And you've all been issued one load of Ethereum rounds to field test their effectiveness. So she says, I think the initial plan is sound. Obviously, you must be prepared for adversities, but not every engagement has something hidden lurking around the corner. We will have to keep our eyes open for tactical possibilities, but I think we can stick to the plan as written. Though I certainly hope if there's an issue with my plan, I can count on you to come bail us out. Chess playing noises.
The what?
I'm just, muttering chess playing noises.
Yes. It's like, I have been trying to think of a few methods to maybe, I don't know, communicate things through runes. Recently picked up several smoke grenades of varying colors. I was wondering to put them to use. We tried, been discussing with my men about using them to mark specific locations so we don't have to spend all that time yelling into a radio and have to deal with interference. The only problem is the weather for that time seems to be windy, so it wouldn't last that long. But we still have a bit of time. I will prototype some ideas. I know we're on light duty, but I want to keep the men alert and doing something part of the day.
Well, it would be terrible for them to become lax before we begin a major assault, of course.
That's good.
But we must make do with what we are given. Fortunately for us, we are mages. We have been given quite a lot.
Indeed. One more game? Best 2
Certainly.
out of 3?
Best 2 out of 3.
Oh, I rolled a not 7 again. So that's, again, 3 degrees of success.
Let's re-roll that. That didn't get any better. That was a 93. She spent a point of luck to re-roll that to a 69!
Giggity!
So clearly she's probably a little distracted by some stuff you said, and you're able to, keep it going and push back. I shall have to tell my elder sister, clearly this elemental chess set is defective as I keep losing.
I'll have a bit of a chuckle. It's like, indeed. Well, next time when you do acquire one that is probably more properly attuned, let us play again. Then I do believe it is time for me to retire.
Some blah blah blah. Pleasant greetings. Moving on.
Oh, I will retire for the night. I will go to bed worrying about the future.
As always. I mean, when do you not?
The what?
I said, when do you not? As in, worry about the future. But alright, okay.
So, yeah. I do definitely want to go ahead with the smoke grenade idea, and,
Well, also, in case you want to, think of anything before you go to bed, I would like to remind you that if I remember this correctly, the idea is to attack tomorrow on the 26th, on Boxing Day. So.
Oh god, that's right.
Yeah. So, if you want to do any night prep before the big mission, make sure you get that in there. I'm not gonna, I already know you're paranoid, I'm not gonna, josh you too hard about, all your men are hungover. No, everybody knew they had something big to go to tomorrow, so they drink responsibly. Anybody who is a little hungover afterward, the medical team will do something unspeakable to them, and they'll be fine. Old family recipe. Never mind why my accent is suddenly Russian.
No, the smoke grenade thing might just have to fucking wait.
I mean, if you want to just establish colors, like what your colors mean,
we'll establish colors, but...
And let everybody know so that maybe your friendly artillery unit can pick up on that.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell them that we're going to be adopting a new color-coded system for smoke grenades.
Which is... what is it? Red, shoot this, please. Green, good.
Well, white and black smoke are inconsequential. They have no meaning. Red is priority target. Green is evac point, and yellow is
move here.
Green. What was it?
I said, was it move here? One of them I think was rally. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like rally here. As I said, these are to be. Like I said, we're establishing a system just in case communications get cut off. Or are failing, or we just are too busy to stop and talk into a goddamn radio.
Right, because actually belting out a fire order can be a pain in the ass. But if you pre-coordinate, you can be like, if you see red smoke, shoot this. If you see green smoke, do not shoot that. And yeah, I think the way to phrase black or white is just we're using smoke for concealment. Pay it no mind.
Yeah.
Because you never know. You might want a fucking smoke screen.
Yeah. But I am loading myself up with one of red, green, and yellow.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let's see. We're about an hour in. Well, we're an hour 10. So we probably won't, as usual, get to the assault because I'm going to ask you questions about loadouts. But we'll see. Mm-hmm. Maybe we will. Mm-hmm. So, dawn of the day. You guys have got a stage first. So there's probably some moving around. But, what's... once again, you have complete discretion over your units. What's your team's loadout for the mission? How are you gonna? Because you have general orders, which is basically you're gonna sweep in from the backside when the signal is given and just bomb the fuck out of this base. But to keep in mind, the conditions are once again. So you got to worry about anti-air. You got to worry about a minefield. And there is a large runway, so there's an open space. Now, luckily, you're doing this at dusk on what's technically a holiday for them, so you should expect minimal patrols and minimal active units. But the hangars are supposedly camouflaged, and any planes that are on the ground are camouflaged by tarps, so you might have to eyeball the target first before you can find him. The targets are high valued, so overall the enemy's very well dug in, but any successes you make will be worth a lot. And there is an enemy unit there. Okay. You will be making an action at dusk, and it will be windy.
So the plan is we're flying in full force, as for this rain, because I only want to make one goddamn pass at this. But basically, the flying rifles are going to go with loading racks filled with bombs, and we're basically going to do a pass where we just basically drop our entire loads over, drop our entire loads over the targets, hopefully getting it all one pass.
Mm-hmm. And I assume your priority is hangars, right?
Yeah.
Hangars and fuel storage.
As I said, depending on battlefield conditions, we might make a second pass with the Ethereum rounds to maybe pick up a couple stragglers and confirm targets. But that's only if the AA situation ain't too bad. In the meantime, the scouts will be hanging back and trying to pick off the AA if they can.
All right, so
as I said,
flying rifles are your primary force. They're going in a nice big sweep, probably like a delta or a line.
Mm-hmm. There.
And
scout rifles are hanging back, laying down suppressing fire on the AA guns, maybe trying to take them out. Recovery teams even further in the back, they'll be on standby to pick up anyone who tried to fly in for recovery or whatnot.
Combat search and rescue.
Yep. And of course, I'll be flying with me, Ulrich, and our companions will be flying with the air rifles. We probably won't have our own. We won't have our own loads, but we'll definitely we'll be there to keep an eye on the situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to lead from the front, right?
Yep.
That's just how that works.
I putting my men through any danger I can go through myself.
All right. So, I suppose the only
Yeah,
thing
in the early
the
morning.
question is like in terms of like order and line of battle. Do you want the recovery unit in most reserve? They're the farthest away from the fight, or do you want them basically? They want them closer, like between the scout unit and the actual.
I want them between
Target.
the scout unit and us.
All right. So
It's
that will
like-
put them at a little bit more risk, but they're much closer if they have to make a recovery.
As I said, I'm going to basically tell them to stay low and try, not to draw any attention to themselves, and just be like prepared to move at a moment's notice.
Mhm.
I'm also giving them standing orders that if an enemy moves to engage them, is to retreat to the scout rifle
Mhm.
line.
And then I assume you're giving the scout rifle's target priority is shoot people who are shooting at us first.
Yes.
After that, targets of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they have
Once
a pretty.
we have made.
Well, actually, let me see, because even with your normal repeating rifles, you got a very long range of engagement. But let me just double check what kind of engagement range we're talking about. Because you guys, well, it's because one of you is super melee focused, but technically, you're a lot of your weapons have a very long engagement range because you're using full fucking World War I combat rifles.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so the repeating rifle has about 500 meters of range. The scout rifle, which your scout team probably has some of, is an engagement of up to 800 meters. And sniper rifles are about 900 meters. So, yeah, so these guys are scouts, so they're loaded down with, long-range, lightweight weapons. So, you can probably park them at a decent effective of, 750, 800 meters out, and they can engage comfortably.
Yeah. And once we get done with our primary sleep and our cleanup, we'll move to support the majors, major in extracting from the airspace. Maintain that air superiority.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they've invented the term air superiority yet, but yes.
Yes. I'm a forward thinker, okay?
Yep. Put something. But, yeah, so I guess, if you don't have any further planning, we can just go ahead and get to it.
Ulrich, you there, buddy?
Yeah.
You got anything that pops out to you?
Let's see here.
Now is also a good time to decide on your final loadouts and what you're carrying, because
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna matter.
Anything, right? Because airfield, the mines, they're saying we're targeting the. And we're
I'm personally
targeting
am
the
not bringing a
ton.
I keep forgetting what they're called. The freaking bomb racks. Well, bomb racks.
Yeah, they just.
But I'm pretty sure if you want to wing one and drop a bunch of fucking bombs on a hangar, ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that.
Oh, I am gonna spend do I want to spend money? Well, oh wait, I need to buy the fucking smoke grenades.
Well, I
And-
know.
Actually, I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff here real quick. Hang on.
Sure,
No,
time to shop.
I have some planned
The what?
stuff.
What'd you say, Omega?
Yeah, I said now's your time to buy.
Yeah, and I'm time to buy.
Pre-mission phase.
So real quick.
I
So
don't really know why I want to buy.
so getting that.
I think I still need increase since I probably used that up by now.
Just randomly restock it. But yeah, I didn't have belt pouches, and I'm gonna put a whole bunch of stuff in them.
Okay, so I got. Alright. Yep, I have the smoke grenade.
Flares, got a flare gun now, so now I can throw a flare on the ground, I can throw a flare in the air. Engine grease! Belt pouches for all this nifty shit. I'm gonna wear
the 3 weapons I'm going to carry with me. Okay, so that's.
I
that
assume
heavy
your
pistol.
flare system follows the same rule as the smoke.
Yep.
Yes, I'm going to carry heavy pistol, longsword, plus some. Actually, wait a minute.
And also remember, because you have to pick what weapon you get your Ethereum rounds issued for.
Right.
That'll be for my, heckin', do I want to bring my... No, I'll be using my standard issue weapon, so I'll just bring you using my standard issue, repeating rifle.
Okay.
Oh.
Not my fucking custom scout rifle,
Right, so.
boss,
Right,
elephant
where
gun.
are the guys that are getting close?
Yeah, we're the guys who are getting close.
So
We're not gonna be
I'm going to have 8 rounds for my SMG then.
All right.
That's a lot of bullets.
The quartermaster is not happy to assign you that many bullets, but he has to because somebody more important than him told him to.
It's like
He puts a note in his ledger. Do you realize how many bullets
don't worry, I won't
Soldier
be using
Geisler
all
uses in his
these.
gun?
Don't worry, I won't be using all these bullets.
Yeah, and I'll just remark over my shoulder. Yeah, he killed a chimera with only half with only half of them.
I think I only shot like 3, 4. I think only 3, like 4 full auto rounds.
Yeah.
3,
I have some interesting quote unquote trophies here. Now that I look about it, chimera charm necklace, ID tags of a daemon, the major's coin. Yes, I call it a trophy.
Okay, so right. Are we
Engine
going
is-
on
it's
the
research
ground
things, but
here, or
Challenge coins are not.
I'm guessing we're going on the ground?
No, we're
Ideally,
flying.
no.
Well, I mean,
No, we.
okay,
we
so
have,
we're flying, but
Yeah.
we're going to do
You're going to do a low pass, basically.
definitely no parachute. So I'm not going
Yeah,
to bring
we're not jumping out of anything. We're just gonna be flying in through fucking AA while we try to drop bombs on targets.
Yeah. Now it's real Great War hours.
No, I'm not going to use that.
The only way this could get better if you guys were in trenches.
Yeah, no, please don't. Stop.
No. Okay. Now it says
I
to
do not
double
think,
check over
though,
it.
that the time has come for you to fight a prototype tank. That's later.
Okay.
Then I'm going to be the annoying tank guy who won't die.
Okay, trench.
But let's see here.
Well, I don't think I need to bring my map making kill on.
Nah. You got me a great
Okay.
code.
Hold on, everybody. I need to sketch this real quick.
What?
I said, hold on, everybody. I need to sketch this
Hold
real
on,
quick.
hold Like, you just told me where all the mines are, so just let me sketch it. It's
No,
like,
we,
if it
Ulrich,
was
it's
the
okay.
future,
We
it was-
already have a map.
No,
it was
you
a
missed
projector
some.
slide.
You missed some, you idiots. It's like,
I'm the one with the shiny metal.
it's just like, if this was the future, it's like updates. It's like you missed like here, here, and here.
Well, seeing something in the field is definitely, I will admit, is probably usually a lot different than seeing it from a crappy ass photo thing. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Aerial recon photos are cool, but they're not very advanced yet.
No. But do I want to upgrade my I wanted to buy some upgrades for my sword. I don't know if I want to right now. Nah, I don't. Nah, it's early morning. We don't have time for that. Probably had a time to make a quick kip to the quartermaster. Like, yo, I need some smoke grenades and some flares. I need lots of things that go boom.
And I need them fast, so here's my money.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. You're dropping off.
It's like boom. I got pouches. Boom. A flare goes and gives it one. Flares.
Am I going to be ever keen on my flight unit? Probably not.
Nah. I said if we have to hit the ground, that's when things have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, I'll just keep the orc this on just in case.
I mean, they're boots.
Just
man.
in case.
They're boots.
Yeah, they're my boots. So I'm having them on.
I think I'm gonna put my gold pocket watch in my uniform section. Yeah. Well, I want to be fancy.
Do I actually want to carry an extra gun on me?
Well, but as I said, my personal recommendation is your main gun, a sidearm, and a melee nif.
I'm
Just
going
my-
to keep the trench gun back. Those are still United Commonwealth.
It's not a gold pocket gun. What the fuck, Lucky?
There's a new T-shirt, gold pocket gun.
Buy it now. Let me.
That's what I get for trying to type pocket watch in here and someone say trench gun at the same time.
Trying to figure out if I
I've
should
definitely done that.
buy any. Okay, I'm going to go to the gear guy and just
Yeah, let's
heavy
see.
pistol just for attachments.
Let's see here. But while we are doing our shopping thing, I'm definitely gonna, get out the giant fucking chalk. Do we have chalk? Yeah, we have chalkboard. We have a
Yeah.
fucking chalkboard.
I mean, you guys have chalk, so
I'm
you
pretty
have
sure that's
chalkboards.
Yeah, so pull out the diamond, and I'm going to explain the mission.
With lots of X's and arrows and O's.
And arrows, make sure everyone understands their roles. Explain to the scout, air rifles, we're going to be equipping bombing runs. We're going to try and hit, this is going to be our area of saturation. And say what our particular targets in here. If we have opportunities, we'll try to maybe peg some of the AA nest, to relieve pressure on the major, because we don't want them getting shot. Coordinate the new smoke signals. As I said, I'm not gonna make anyone carry them for now, because as I said, this is a last minute decision. But if you go to the quartermaster, you can wrangle some. This is the colors that we will be using. That's all. I'll make sure to put in send a message to. You wrote it down. Her name Grimhill Bront.
There you go.
Of the system, along with the major.
All right, so everybody knows what the signals mean. Since you talked about it with the major last night, she's probably going to be like, she probably sends out a memo which is like, BT Dubs, this is now the company policy. If anybody in the company sees these colors, they mean these things. Because I didn't have to write it.
Yeah. Why did the Africans campaigns was so successful? Is because one man was fucking crazy and did not do things by the fucking book. Why? Because he didn't want to die. I was actually reading about this. Apparently, World War One actually had a stupid amount of deaths because a lot of military officers were trying to stick to conventional tactics, and they just weren't working through.
No, they turned it into an attrition war. So
yeah,
it was a big old meat grinder until military technology and tactics caught up with the practical situation.
Right. So I know it's kind of me being a meta here, but Wolfgang is that person who was literally ahead of his time. Was like, I don't want to get shot. How do I not get shot? Okay, cool.
Well, and honestly, that's part of the setup for mages is that, hey, you guys have magical powers and stuff. You already don't follow the normal rules of battle, as it were. Now, admittedly, if a guy has to go over the top and bum rush across no man's land, he's probably not going to accidentally summon a demon or something. But he's also, just as likely to get shot as anybody else.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. But anyways, yes, if you got all your purchases done and you've picked your loadouts,
yep. As I said, I'm going with my heavy my masterwork heavy armor because Jesus fucking Christ, I don't like taking damage. Sword on board, got my pistol, got a boot knife, and I got my frontier repeating rifle that has the Ethereum rounds in it.
Yep.
Got some grenades and equipment.
All right, well, I'm still raring to go, so we can just go ahead and move into this if everybody's ready.
I'm for it.
Okay. Alrighty. So everybody musters. You all get set up. You get set up in your locations. You probably go back to that little forward operating base you guys were at for a while. Actually, no. You probably, because you're moving closer to enemy territory, you're probably staging at the fort because that's about as far up as your lines go right now, and it's got plenty of space for you guys to land and coordinate.
It was basically we had a major offensive just to get to that point. So yeah.
So everybody regroups. You probably eat luncheon in the field. Break into your rations and stuff, and just wait out your hours. And actually, if you guys want to role play amongst yourselves, your pre-motion jitters.
Okay.
I'll be right back, and then we'll do the thing.
I'll probably I'll go down to the spirit and, I'll say a quick prayer for the safety of my men. I don't know if she can actually do anything, but you never know. It's I don't know if there's a god, but I do know there's fucking spirits. And let's see here. Yep. Go everyone's over equipment. Shake them buckles. Tighten them helmets. Tell people, don't worry about it. It's going to be simple and easy. You're going to get in, go home, and we're going to enjoy the rest of this holiday. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Right.
Of course, mentally, I am thinking of every single fucking way this can go wrong and how I should deal with it. The more I think about it, the more fucking paranoid is perfect for me. You guys don't even know. But yeah, then we wait.
Omega. All right.
Oh, he must have. Oh, there he is.
Yep.
And so we ran out we ran out of roleplay just a couple moments before you came back. I was like, shit.
Excellent. Well, nobody will notice anything because truncate silence. Anyway, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go. All right, so you guys are set up. It's a good aim. probably opposite angle from the airfield, so you're probably kind of coming in from the northeast side. Gonna traverse across that direction. It's hot, even though it's dusk. It's still, like we said, it's the height of it's the height of summer, so it doesn't start to get cold until the sun actually goes down. There's a very light wind. You guys are out-ish in the outskirts of the desert, so it's a little, not like a full-blown sandstorm, but it's very sandy, especially at ground level.
Oh boy.
Moving over some stuff. And so you guys are probably camped out over a ridge, units fired up, ready to fly, and you're just sitting there on the radio, waiting for the go. And so in the distance, you kind of see, a moving cloud of dust and sand as the ground unit, the Dragoon Squadron, just blazes in. They, park on a dime right at the edge of the minefield area. And in the back of their unit, they have their artillery forces and mages, so they have guys, drop mortars, immediately start, poo, poo, mortar rounds go up, kind of like strike a couple of the buildings. Let's see how on target are they today. It's pretty good. They're a little slipshod because of the wind. They don't have enough time to account for windage yet, but they start striking some targets. They're focused mostly on like hitting the command building, and some of the outbuildings. They looks like they're aiming to hit maybe at some of the gun emplacements, but like I said, they haven't had time to dial it in their first barrage. Yep. The experimental weapons guys move up, and the pioneers work up. So the pioneers kind of immediately, first thing they do, they slap down. They start raising walls of earth, as light cover, and then start almost like pushing this forward. You can kind of see it like waves of earth roll up these landmines and just kind of pop with a couple of dull thuds you can barely hear in the distance. The captain, does that thing you saw her do earlier, where she does the fire breathing spell and just huge gouts of fire out, which, explodes a whole swath of mines and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
Guys are lobbing spells along with the mortar rounds into the back row. Immediately, alarms go up. There's somebody with like a hand cranked siren, like goes up. You guys can all hear that across the like flat open landscape of rock and sand. As you guys are probably hugging like a particularly tall sand dune. And I guess almost immediately after the alarm starts going, after the the initial impressions, hangar doors roll open and you see a couple dozen mages, a platoon's worth probably, fly out with flying units and get ready to move into position. And then, out from behind a little sand cloud, comes screaming the major and just slams into that lead guy. Blade first, sparks fly everywhere. Flicks her wrist with one of your new elemental focus items on it and just lobs a bolt of lightning, a fistful of lightning, right at one guy who just evaporates, and they, to avoid flak, it seems like the major's plan is to basically get up close and personal with the enemy unit, so they're too afraid to shoot their own guys.
Very well then.
And that's your go signal, so.
Alright. Bark into the radio. Radio. The order to take flight, and we're gonna
Snell. Give me a. You can pick which you think is better for you, but give me a commander tactics test to organize the shindig.
I'll go with command. I said, I'd pick tactics if I was staying behind, but no, since I'm going fucking with them.
This is definitely a leadership thing, yeah.
Yep. So let's see here. Command training, and then the medal I have, that also gives me plus 20. Did I actually upgrade my command? Yeah, so plus 50 to leadership. So I have to roll under 91. I'm gonna spend luck because I rolled a fucking 98, and I am offended.
Yeah, okay, you're gonna want to reroll that because that's a critical failure.
Yeah.
As I said, you get a bug in your mouth and cough at the critical moment or something dumb happens.
Yeah, so no. Second roll is a 25, which is 6 degrees of success.
Alright. So you belt out the order, and immediately you guys take off like a shot in a big arc. I'm gonna say you're flying relatively low to the ground, so Ulrich, you don't have to make your phobia roll because your choice is, well, I can fly or through this fucking minefield. So
right, 2 fears.
Yeah, so they kind of even each other out, and you're not like super high up or anything, so it's not like spooky. It's just like practically I need to fly a little bit, otherwise something terrible's gonna happen to me. So you fly off in this flying V formation, or maybe a nice delta with you as the spear tip. Obviously, you're the forward observer. Immediately behind you, kind of like low hovering or even crouched against that sand dune is covered. The scout team immediately starts taking some pot shots. Let's see how they do. Ooh, that's not good. Somebody immediately curses as it sounds like he's got sand in his rifle or something and gets a jam. You hear some problem. You hear some firing problems behind you. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh shit.
So it looks like for at least your first pass, your scout troopers aren't going to be offering much help.
Well,
so that's how fortune goes. So. All right, you begin to make the pass. Give me piloting checks as kind of, we're not going to go into initiative just yet, but give me piloting checks as kind of like a generalized bobbing and weaving, because the enemy flak is not fully distracted, so they're free up to shoot at you a little bit.
Alright, let's
Nice.
So
2 by 47 due to that.
So I do have a plus 25. My agility's at a 30, so I have a 55 to work with.
I will let you know ahead of time I've rolled for the team. The flying rifles are making a very good show of themselves. They keep in formation, but keep bobbing and weaving enough. It doesn't seem like anybody takes a hit on the initial pass.
Oh, thank God. Well, I got 1 degree of success.
All right. Okay.
Got a 43.
I won't make it opposed or anything. So yeah, no, you guys all get through the initial wave. A couple of them whiz by you, but you manage to fly tight enough so that the proximity the time released fuses, because they're not proxy yet, go off behind you. The shrapnel misses you. Everybody stays fast and loose. And now you're gonna pass over the target. So, do you want to roll for your team, or do you want me to roll?
What would they be rolling?
Basically they're warfare ranged as a
you
team.
can roll for them.
So let's see. In this case, we'd go with that. So your averaged. So normally their warfare ranged average would be 35, but you're attacking stationary targets, which are very large. So we'll call that a plus 20. So you're looking at about under 50. You got a 50-50 shot.
Do we get height advantage for this?
Oh yeah, that probably counts too. So let's count that another. They're on the ground. That counts another 10. So 65.
Oh yeah.
And also, also when they do that, what are you guys doing? Because you're not carrying bomb racks.
I said, I'm gonna be throwing out the command. Where's my office talents? Oh, there it is. On alert.
All right.
And yeah, I can just declare that.
Yeah, you got to. Each of you individually has an action, basically.
Yep.
So you built an alert. Ulrich, are you doing anything?
Don't think so.
All right.
That's fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
All right. So you wanted me to roll for them, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. I've done so. They rolled a 36 out of 65. So good effect on target. I'm not gonna roll damage or anything, because once again, there's a couple dozen of these guys.
Lots of bombs.
It's a lot of bombs. They are mostly on target. With a few degrees like that to spare, they can definitely you don't got to worry about scatter or drift or anything. They can get on target. You see a few fuel tanks go up. They explode. You hit the hangars which you're aiming for, and they're not super robust or anything. So,
okay.
With dumping a load of bomb racks each, everybody can probably drop a couple per pass.
Alrighty.
So you get clustered. So let's see. There's I was imagining there's probably about 3 of these things, 3 hangars. So you get all the hangars, you get some fuel tanks. You've definitely had good effect on target, it seems.
All right, good.
So now you're gonna make an exfiltrate pass. So go ahead and roll pilot for that flak again.
Here we go. I got 25. Yeah, I got 0 degrees of success.
All right, well, it's not opposed, so that does count. Marth, piloting? Say, Marth, you doing that piloting there?
Oh, right.
Yep. Everybody got to roll.
Rigmarole.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, I have rolled for the team. They did not do so good on the exfil. Some of those guys are a little sluggish, picking up speed after going to bomb. So, let's see, I think this is the right. I want to generalize. Actually, I should double check my mass combat rules, how that actually works. Because technically, you're moving as a unit, so it's like if one pass worth of flat guys fires. Let's see. You are in here somewhere about your damage. Tags, initiative. Normally attacks do no damage. So a single guy would do half damage because it's blast. So that's 5 plus 10 is 15. Have that again, it'd be 7. So on the back half, they're not dead outright because that's not how mass combat works. But 7 of your guys. Actually, wait, no. I should calculate defense. What's defense based on? Average of toughness. So that's right. I got to account for their DR. Forgot about that. So what's their pen? It's only pen 4, and then decent toughness. So that's 3. What's body armor? Body armor's highest.
I think it's only like what? Like the armor vest?
No, regular body armor.
Let's see here.
A lot of instances.
Armor 4 on the head, 4 on the.
That's right, 4. So actually, all right. So with defense, that reduces that damage
4.
by 3.
4.
So only there's a couple bursts. There's some shrapnel. 4 of your guys are hit. You're gonna need to basically, as the commander, you have an opportunity. You can either keep flying, or you can you guys either individually, or you can issue an order to have your unit like throw rescue hooks and try and recover them mid-flight, or you can have them basically go down and the rescue team has to pick them up. But 4 guys are hit and out of the fight.
Yeah.
Like 25
I will call to throw rescue hooks and get them out of the I've got to put the take 4 guys to throw rescue hooks and
All right.
get them out to the point where the rescue team can take care of them.
All right. They rolled an +7, so yes, your units are successfully recovered midair.
All right, cool.
So, is at this point that I think Marth's a little distracted, but everybody should make me an awareness check with the plus that I think on alert gives you.
Yeah. I like pluses.
Right, what's the plus for alert?
Plus 10.
Okay, plus 10, so plus 20.
All right, well, I rolled an 81. The men don't see it. They're busy concerned with not getting shot and carrying their buddies who got shot. So it's really on y'all.
Perception. 1 degree of success.
Where's my athletics? No, awareness.
Wait, no, didn't I? No, I actually bought awareness. Oh, wait. Is this to resist surprise?
Yes.
Yeah, then this is where my paranoia kicks in, so excuse me. I actually have a lot more than I thought I did. So, hang on. So, that's plus 20 because of that, and plus 10, so that's plus 30, actually. So that's a 6. Yeah, no, 3 degrees of success. Yay me.
All
Yay
right.
for being paranoid.
So you're on alert. You know, some of the guys in your back of your formation just took some shrapnel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they got caught in the flak. So your eyes up. Everybody look alive. Over the din of the, crazy mage fight going on off to your left somewhere or something, and the fact that your own team is still, they're, like I said, because of the windage and stuff, their accuracy on target is a little off, but the artillery unit and some of the mages that are on the ground are still, when those flak guys open up, they're still trying to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little hard because they're under desert camo tarps and sandbags and stuff, so.
Mm-hmm.
But over the din of that, you hear in the distance the roar of props going, and you look over, and there's a flight of 3 bombers, it looks like, coming in for a landing at the airstrip. And they've got their front ends pointed at you, which is where the machine guns are.
Evasive maneuvers?
Yeah. I'm going to...
So, before anything else, I would also like to remind you, technically, these things count as these are your high-value targets. These are the things you're supposed to be destroying in this raid, so...
Mm-hmm.
Right, so... Evasive and attack.
Yep, but I'm going to, basically... Wait, so these bombers came from where again?
They're coming off from the side. They're coming in for a landing. It looks like they've either been out doing something or they're coming into base at this base, basically. They're coming from enemy territory, I should say. So they probably weren't out just bombing you.
Alright.
I will say at the moment, they're too far away to check if they've still got a payload of bombs, though. You'd have to get a little bit closer.
Wait, how high are they right now?
They're coming in for a landing, so they're probably, only probably a few hundred meters up, like 400 or 500 at the moment. You can see them coming in.
Oh, shit, that's still gonna be higher than most.
Basically, by the time, because they have to, their goal is to land, so they have to physically reach altitude 0. By the time you decide on something, they'll probably be in an acceptable engagement range, because I don't want to fuck around with trigonometry too much.
Yeah. Well,
and remember, you guys can reach out and touch somebody with a gun, too. Like,
Right.
Are you going to joust a plane?
I might joust a plane, but first we're gonna use these super fancy fucking Ethereum rounds.
Yes.
So I'm going to this is gonna be a little bit more classic, but we're gonna have to fucking pray for good fortune because we're gonna set up a fucking volley.
Right.
All right. So
That's
you
empty
tell
out.
your unit to spread out and form up.
Yep.
All right. Give me a command test. That's definitely you need leadership in this moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm literally gonna tell these guys to stare death in the face and grin.
Form up, spread out. Arm's length. Everybody. Nobody too close together.
Thankfully, I have a fuck ton of bonuses to this.
Hey, they weren't kidding when they said they'd follow you to hell and back. They would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because guess what? I'll be the one leading them here. With a 27 on dice, that is 6 degrees of success.
All right. Yep. Efficiently, they kind of they immediately break because you spend a lot of time training those formations. They immediately break into a spread. They switch from, like I said, like a delta or a flying V into a line, possibly even a semicircle.
Mm-hmm.
And they're lined up on those bombers. So let's roll initiative. And your goal will be to shoot bombers before they can land, or hopefully decide to fill you full of holes.
Yep. So, real quick. Excuse me. Let me see here.
I'll count the 3 bomber crews as a separate thing. And I should point out, these are what would be called light bombers in this time. They're basically a slightly larger than normal biplane. They've got a pilot up front, and they've got a guy on a turret in the back, and they don't carry many bombs, but still, it's a plane.
So, I would like to remind you that I have Think Fast, so basically all soldiers within leadership modifier and meters get +1 on all initiative tests, and I think that is doubled for, like, everything. What was my ability? Hang on here. For purposes of range, double my leadership. Anyone I am in radio contact counts as being able to see you. You can take officer talents who can't already. And let's see here. So I guess that'll double to 8 meters. I don't know if everyone's within 8 fucking meters of me.
No, probably not if you had them form a line, but definitely Ulrich is. Not that it matters, because I think for individual troopers, we're going to do what we usually do in these kind of situations. It's like, they're a blob of guys that you can tell them to do a thing around. And if you don't tell them to do anything before the round is over, they will shoot at the end of it.
Yep. But so for me and you, Ulrich, especially, yeah, we get +1 to our initiative.
Okay.
And then I get
+1
another +1 because I am fucking
And
paranoid.
I love this spread
+6.
I rolled for initiative. So I rolled 10, 3, 10.
Okay, I
Why?
need to start rolling my initiative.
Yeah. So some of these guys are pretty lickety split because, hey, guess what? Pilots are not bad at agility.
Oh.
But you do give a lot of bonuses to this.
Oh, I rolled a fucking 10. Holy shit. I might actually beat you for once, Ulrich. No, I don't. God damn it.
Because of +7.
I got 15.
All right, so you guys all go before. So let's see. I should probably figure out what the engagement range is. Well, hold on. Let me see. What are these guys armed with? They're armed with regular machine guns, so they've got a lot of range. So what's the effective range on those guns? The machine gun. All right, so let's start this engagement at an actual professional military range. Let's say that they're at about 500 meters approximately from you, which is basically when you're like, because that's your standard repeating rifle range. That's the range when you're like,
500.
Everybody fire.
Right, and their max is 2,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you guys are in each other's engagement range. So, hey Ulrich, it's you first. There are three bombers. They're about 500 meters away. They're in a very loose triangle formation. And because it matters, currently their front is facing towards you.
Right.
Because I don't think you guys have ever actually really fought a vehicle before. So, for people who don't know, and to remind my players, facing on vehicles matters. Vehicles have to spend actions to change facing. Some weapons are facing locked. So, for instance, these things have forward machine guns, which can only fire if something is in their frontal zone. And armor is different based on their facing. Now, for planes, it doesn't really matter because they're literally canvas and balsa wood. Right. So even with the... Normally you deal half damage, it's like... Armor's not really going to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's if you account for the doubling for sure, but like, or the halving of damage for sure, but in general they're not super beefy, especially since some of you have automatic weapons.
Right.
But they
far off the ground are they?
Let's see. I said they were about 500 up, so they travel a little while when you spot them. So they're probably about 300 up.
So pretty much none of my air spells will work here. So
no, they're well off the ground.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
I mean, hey, if you want to tell everybody, let them fly through, so I can blow them up with earth magic, sure. But you have to be pretty close for that.
Yeah, I do. I think it's what is my range for that?
Well, what's your will?
My will is 42.
So that's most likely the maximum distance you can be to use some of these.
Yeah. So 42 plus whatever range of my earth spirits.
But yeah, so anyway, it's you. They're coming at you.
Okay. Okay, and they're within range range.
They're at 500 meters.
Okay.
So we can shoot them.
Well, I can't quite shoot them with my SMG.
Well, actually, I don't know. I bet you can. We can actually... Listen, there are penalties for long and extreme range.
Yeah, my max is 300. So would 500 be extreme?
No, that would be long, because long is double, I believe, your max.
Okay, how much is...
It's just a -10.
Okay, I'm going to go on full auto.
Alright, that'll be a full round action.
Okay.
So which bomber? 1, 2, or 3?
I'm going to go for Bomber 1.
Of course. He's in the lead.
Okay, so let's see here.
Another thing that's important to note about vehicles is they don't get active defense rolls.
So there's a +10 for my enchantment. Then I have...
you can choose to drive defensively, but
then
you can't really dodge.
If I remember, full auto is +30?
+20, I believe.
Okay, so that's 60, 80, -10, so 70.
And then every degree of success will count as a hit, which probably really matters in this case.
Okay.
Let me just double check it. Ethereum round. Okay, so that's +2. You still get the piercing and the damage mod for the Ethereum rounds, but you don't, because they're not infantry, you don't get the double damage.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so that's 5 hits.
Okay, I know the Ethereum is...
+2 pen, +2 damage.
So I have 20, 10, +7. on this with pen of 7, but all damage halved from this.
And pen also, because you're not sundered.
Yeah. Okay, and pen. Okay.
But don't worry, I'll keep track of all that. Just roll your damage and I'll figure out the special infantry mix stuff.
Wait, that's supposed to be one, so... Just so I don't take too much time, I'll just roll a bunch of dice at once and just count each one. As each visual hits a take out.
So as is usual, your engagement begins with Ulrich possibly shouting, possibly in stone cold silence, just slapping the fire selector on his gun and going, "Daka, daka, 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 daka."
This is the thing we just accept in this company. Ulrich is gonna probably murder some fuckers.
Yes. Okay, so that's one. Okay.
The mini maths of auto fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys. Well, a machine gun has a I think a more minimal auto fire rating, but yeah, these guys all have automatic weapons, so that'll be super fun. Okay. Alright. So let's see. So pen is 7 half. I think everything's round up in the system.
Yes. So that would be pen 4, and so 8, and then 8, then 6, and then 4, and then 7.
Yeah, I'll have to do that all math again because I'm looking at stuff. Okay, the front is only armor 2, and they only have 25 vehicle toughness. So if Pen gets through all of that, hey, that's the beauty of once again being made of using special bullets anyway and being made of canvas and balsa wood. So let's see. So that's full damage, but half. So like you said, 8, 8. Oh, there you go. You did the math. Okay, so let me add all that up.
That's 16, 24, 28, 35.
Wow, shit. I think you actually got one. So now they have to roll vehicle toughness to see if they just stop working or something terrible happens.
Okay.
So there's a 25% chance of this, by the way. Ooh, 27. So close. Yeah, Ulrich must hit something important. Like maybe he skims a bomb or he hits a fuel line or something because the lead bomber explodes in a fireball. Oh, God. And just starts immediately, plummeting towards the ground.
Oh,
there are no
boy.
chutes because guess what? Guys in planes don't get parachutes yet.
Why
And just...
I'm just like, one plane down, sir.
Good show, Ulrich.
Notes for the Ethereum round test. They're very good. They're very, very good.
Now time to...
So that was your
mark out
full round
kick
action.
down a-
So, Wolfgang, it's you.
All right, so I see what Ulrich's throwing down there. I can't disappoint. I am the commander. So I'm gonna quick cast blast rounds on my fucking rifle.
All right, that's a good idea. These are vehicles.
I'm going to see here. So that'll bring it. What's the penalty for
Reducing the
casting?
time is -20.
-20? All right. Well, I got an efficient fucking core, and I don't think we're gonna be hanging around here too much longer after this. So I'm gonna burn charges like a motherfucker. Let's see here. How much do I want to burn? And I said,
Got 10.
because I only brought my repeating rifle, which means it's fucking slow, which means I'm only getting one shot before these things start opening up on me.
Well, in that case, why are you bother quick casting at all?
What do you mean?
It's only a half action. Do you want to aim or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guns? I am not gunman. I am swordman.
Fair enough.
So, quick cast, -20. Let's throw down 4 fucking charges. And I'm gonna spend a point of luck. Wait, no, I'm not spending a point of luck. Just to spend 4 fucking charges. Okay, so that's a +80. 19.
If you're marking down kills, that's 2-man because there's a turret gunner and a pilot.
Okay. Okay, I'm marking that down. So now that's 14 regular soldiers.
Wow. Okay, so 4 charges, that's 180. I mean, that's 20. Oh, wait, no. We'll get the 200. 7 degrees of success.
All right, so I think that means you have a blast 7.
Yep.
which is impressive, but you did spend 4 fucking charges out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting real Tanya right now, Chief.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
As arcane energies howl out of your Ethereum core and pour into your bullets.
Mm-hmm. As I
red hot.
As I bring my rifle up to my shoulder and stare down the sights, I'm using this half action to aim.
Right,
I will call out, "Man, on my mark, aim, fire!" And I will fire, and my companion will fire, specifically using the action follow my tracers.
All right. I think this is the first time anybody has ever used follow my tracers.
And everyone is going to open the fuck up.
All right, I will roll for them to shoot. You want them to just shoot in general, or are they like hopping on the same?
They can pick their targets.
All right, they're just firing.
No, they can pick
fire.
their.
Okay.
Yep. So, I guess I will just pick one on the left. I guess because Ulrich already took out the lead plane.
Yep.
Right.
And that's a roll. Let's hear. So I'm exactly at 500. Does that just mean I don't get any bonuses or negatives?
Yeah, you're within your normal range, so plus 0.
Okay.
Plus 10 for a quick aim. Plus 10 for following tracers.
Alrighty. I rolled a fucking 89. I'm gonna spend a point of luck. I am not wasting this shot.
Right.
Well, the
not
beauty
after
is
all that.
You don't need to succeed well, because like I said, they can't dodge.
Yeah, I know, but I still need to actually succeed.
Yes, you need to hit.
Okay, I rolled out 1.
Oh my. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's gonna be double damage before DR. Okay, it's a lot of degrees.
Yeah, so let's see here. My Warframe range is only 31 feet and plus 20, so 51. So exactly 5 degrees of success.
Alright. Bang. Alright, well, like I said, they can't dodge, so roll that damage. Keep in mind this is... first of all, it's Ethereum, so it's plus 2 pen, plus 2 damage, and also add your companion's Warfare Ranged mod to your damage.
Oh yeah, it's only a 2, but still. Double check here, roll down all these pages. Yes, it is only 2. So that's plus 4. And Blast does double damage to vehicles, right?
Well, yeah, but because you're an infantryman, normally you do half damage. A direct hit with Blast does normal damage.
Oh, well, booyah.
But you still do double damage because you rolled a critical success.
Right.
So you thought the last guy had it bad.
Let's see here. Repeating my 1d10 plus 5, so that's going to be 1d10 plus 9. I rolled a 9, so 18 points of damage.
What's your Pierce on all that?
AP 5.
Okay, so that gets you everything. So actually, no. These things are decently hardy against that, but you did a lot in one shot. You definitely strike something important. There's a loud blam. The pilot has to wave stuff out of his way.
So I wasn't able to get through the armor, I guess?
No, you did. They have structural integrity too, Chief.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're about as beefy as a beefy dude in terms of individual damage points. So.
Oh no! Well, I just thought because I do my normal damage because I use the blast damage, and then I double that again because of the crit.
Right. That was 18, right?
No. That was the damage.
Oh no! Right.
Just from
10 plus 9. Okay, so that means 18 doubled.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's see. That's. Okay, that is enough then. So that's 36 total. Yes. Because yes, you completely penetrate the armor. These, like I said, these things are canvas.
Okay.
They have armor too, and like everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was like, wait a minute.
No, okay, that's right.
Sorry,
right,
so yes,
this is a spot on dead on hit. You also hit somewhere in the engine block. Yours doesn't turn into a fireball and plummet to the earth. It just explodes midair, and tiny plane bits gently rain onto the surface. As just
you blast 7 and 7 meters probably isn't enough to scorch the next one, is it?
No.
They're not probably not.
What's the? Is there a
scale
isn't on this? But yeah, no, they're big.
Right. You have
but the problem is that because the middle one is gone, they're like spaced out a bit.
Right.
Damn you, Ulrich!
But yeah, so yours just pops, like I said. It turns into a perfectly spherical fireball and just plain bits rain onto the desert surface.
Magic motherfuckers.
Let's see. So you told him to take fire. So that's a hit. So let's roll damage for the team. What's a repeating rifle normally? 1d10 plus 5?
Yep.
Alright, so that'd be 11. And if I remember rightly from my notes, that technically because you all count together, you do cohesive damage to a vehicle. So let's see, bomber, we'll call that 3 is out of the way. And the other guy takes some incidental damage. Not enough to drop them, but he's taking some hits.
Cool. Still 2 out of 3.
Alright, so it's his turn.
Here comes machine guns.
Well, let's see. So, where's this guy? Do a check. No, that's an ot 5 on his willpower.
Oh.
So, no, he's coming in. He's sticking to his guns. Coming in hot. I'm using the ace pilot stat line for this, so they have a special ability called Hotshot Pilot, so they get pluses to pilot rolls for dangerous and flashy stunts.
I do believe this qualifies.
So yeah, I think if he wants to auto fire, he has to dedicate a full action to it. So what he really should do is get you in a position where he can have the turret gunner fire, so he can focus on maneuvers. But unfortunately, you're to the front and below him, which is like the one zone the turret gunner can't get. So he's just gonna have to dedicate all his bullets to the angry German man shouting.
Oh god.
Luckily, he's using a conventional machine gun, so you don't need to worry about vehicle weapons doubling. But still, it's a machine gun. So he's gonna full auto, which gives him a plus 20. You're actually within his short range, so that's another plus 10.
Oh, this is gonna be painful.
It's got plus 30 to this, and degrees of success count for extra hits. What's the auto fire rating on a machine gun, actually?
Machine gun auto fire 10.
Oh god. Boy. That's a lot of hits he can hit.
And it's a...
Well, Ulrich, you're probably going to do something about that, because that's a 21 out of 65. That's 4 hits.
Yeah.
Shooting at Ulrich?
Yes. Not Ulrich, sorry, Wolfgang. I'm bad with your names today. Wolfgang,
okay.
You're going to want to do something about that.
Let's see here.
Though, honestly, Ulrich did take down his leader. That could just be as valid, but no. Wolfgang's yelling at people. He's clearly more important.
Let's see here. I do have my shield on me, so that's passive barrier. That's 2 off the cuff there.
I don't think you can shield because you're using your repeating rifle. That's a 2-handed weapon.
That's true, I guess. No, wait, I have a shield notch.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you're fine. Okay, so that's 2.
I remember I got this specifically for this reason.
Good catch. All right, so that's 2 hits.
But that's still a fuck ton of hits. So
that's still 2 bullets to your 12. What's that? One of your arms, I think.
I like my arms. I don't know. I could get shot off. I can go big boss now. No, let's not. But I don't think.
Yeah, that would be your right arm.
Yeah, I don't think.
Which is sadly not your shieldy arm.
Yeah, no. So yeah, let's go with a reflex barrier here. We're gonna burn a couple charges. Actually, no, wait. How long did it take us to get out here? Oh wait, no, I have a backup. I have a backup core specifically for this reason.
Yeah, you I probably should have counted this earlier, but you probably positioned it so you didn't have to fly more than like an hour or 2.
Okay, well I'm gonna subtract 1 charge because I have an efficient fucking unit, so that'll put me at 5. And if I try to save a little bit for later, I can justify 2 charges here. I'm gonna need them. All right, spend 2 charges, and I'm gonna heckin'.
Right, because degrees matter now.
Yep. Cast active barrier.
Once again, Wolfgang is in a situation where he's like, "Oh shit, the bullets." No.
Out of, let's see, 280. That's plenty. That's 5 degrees of success.
All right. So you bring your barrier up with your shield, and just a line of bullets just stitches up your barrier. Pum, 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 pum. Bounces off in sparks.
I am internally screaming.
Internally. And yeah, I believe vehicles move a little bit. No, only heavy vehicles move naturally, right? That's right. I think, anyway. I gotta look at my own rules. We use vehicles so little.
Oh, this is the playtest.
Vehicle agility, max in combat. Yeah, so I think we'll go ahead and say that because he's flying, he's probably scooching forward a little. Not enough to matter, though, tactically.
Huh. Okay.
Like, if this combat lasted several rounds, the fact that he's probably moving forward at a in tactical terms, a rate of about, let's see, what's the vehicle agility on a bomber? It's like 60, you think? So he would be, in normal game terms, he would be scooting forward about 6 meters around.
Mm-hmm.
But like at this engagement range,
sure
that doesn't matter unless you guys choose to close distance. So
I'm pretty sure he's not going to survive the next round anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, because he basically steadied fire, lined up on you, and spent his whole turn making a static attack run. Which, boy howdy, would have worked if you weren't magic. If you weren't magic, you would have eaten 4 machine gun bullets and would be in a bad way right now.
Probably would have died.
But you are, so you didn't. So it's top of the round now, and it's Ulrich.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'll add 2 gun kills. Magic gun kills! Massive blast.
So since that guy fired my commanding officer, I'm going to be as a shut off the auto fire again.
Alright, let's see here. So that's 2 infantry killed with a gun.
And it's still in long range?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pilots 2.
I'm going. Yep. So long
He's
range.
not. He's not coming up on you real fast.
Right. So
repeating.
Actually, honestly, if I think about it, like tactically, what Wolfgang did was probably the best idea, was to like spread out so they can't hit you with an attack pass and just attack them from the front. Because if you'd like scattered or something, and they got under you, then their turret gunners would be free to fire with like 360 traversal.
I know what I'm doing sometimes.
Right.
Like contrary to popular belief.
Okay.
Man, humans drop a lot of hide.
Boy, howdy do they. This is why you need a porter.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 hits. That's not as catastrophic as last time. This guy might live through this.
Maybe.
Yeah. Man, how much health does one plane have?
A bomber has a structural integrity of 30.
Okay, so that right.
So, like, Wolfgang only one-shot his because of the critical.
Yep.
I don't think I would be able to one-shot this plane because I think max damage for this is 1d17, which is 9.
Yeah, that would mean you're incapable, even if you roll max damage 3 times. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what you do. Well, actually, this guy took a little bit of incidental damage, so maybe if you roll high, you can still get him. I should actually jump that down. Because he does also have a whole company full of guys with magic bullets shooting at him, so that actually matters.
I got the commander. I tell my people to do things. Oh god, like everything fucking broke. Jesus.
By the way, because this is a recording that's in the future, Lucky's playing Conan again right now.
Yeah, I just got a new PS4 controller that was given to me by my landlord/best friend because he knows I go crazy without my PS4.
Okay, so that's a 796. That's all halved. Now with that pen and that incidental damage, that'll just do it.
Okay.
All right. So you fire into his front center of mass. There's already some damage in the plane. You kind of stitch up the engine block side, and once again, actually, let me roll vehicle toughness. 38. No. Catastrophic failure.
Well,
Vehicle blows up and plummets to the earth. There's some secondaries as they land in a minefield. So that's the combat. No need for you guys to roll pilot again to exfiltrate. So,
right.
You complete the pass.
Okay.
I guess we get the fuck out.
Yeah, mission accomplished. Are you gonna do battle damage assessment? Like now you're done. You're gonna take a look back and see how you did. Okay. You've got field glasses, right?
Yep, I do.
All right, you both do. So you take a look behind you once you're at a safe range. You get down to the ground where their flak cannons can't really hit you through the dust and stuff. Take an eyeball back. Looks like you got good effect on target because you guys, you passed pretty good. So the hangars are pretty well destroyed or on fire. The fuel's been destroyed. You definitely took out 3 bombers that were in the air. So if the enemy has any airplanes left, they can't have more than 1 or 2. And they don't have fuels. Hopefully you hit ammo storage in there somewhere, or somebody did. There's a lot of explosions down on the target. So your raid seems successful. You can definitely, if you want to, pull out. Let's roll. So, tactically, I just rolled opposed tactics for the 2 commanders. The enemy failed a lot.
Oh.
And the major passed, so, if we wanted to extend combat, you could say if you want to fly back into hell, you could take your unit and reinforce the major, but you do have wounded, and you have also been shot at a lot today, so, if you, eyeball it with your field glasses, it looks like she's winning, so.
Oh, I still got a few rounds in my fucking, and they did want me to field test these Ethereum bullets, so why don't I just go blow up some AA nest?
Okay.
I'm going to try to do that.
By the way, I'm gonna retcon, and I'm gonna say that the reason why you didn't take flak fire after that stop you did was because I just rerolled for the scouts again. Now they've got their shit together.
Oh,
so
okay.
Now they're properly suppressing enemy targets.
Well, is there if they're being properly suppressed, then
no. The major source of engagement still left is that there's still enough left of the enemy mage unit that they exist, but you completed the core mission objectives. If you want to send up the radio and basically say, okay, all clear, pass is done, let's get out of here, that's going to be it. Your allies can safely extract.
If we can all safely extract, yeah.
I rolled some random dice, and your side has the advantage of action right now, so.
Okay, let's
get out before we take any more casualties.
Yeah.
All right, you signaled the job's done, and so
I'll shoot up a flare.
Right. And so everybody, you loop around back to your unit and you fly off. Nobody's around. None of you are around to see it, but the major. Actually, does the major have that spell? I'll say she does. I don't care. She pops because she's a void mage. She can pop a Krillin and solar flare, and blind everybody, and then fly the fuck out. So the enemy mage unit is damaged, but they weren't completely taken out. But you did accomplish the raid objectives. All the enemy planes have been damaged or destroyed. You for sure confirmed 3 kills. Most, if not all, of their fuel and bombs have been blown up on the tarmac. So, well, it's not tarmac. It's, a dirt runway. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that's a rousing mission accomplished.
Thank God.
All right. So you got 4 casualties. Are you gonna stop for a trauma check before you do the full blown Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you regroup with the recovery unit.
Yeah.
Let's have them roll a skill test. They're probably good at this. That's a 20. Okay. Those guys are stabilized. They're gonna make it. They're gonna be off duty for a while because they've been filled full of frac shrapnel, and it sucks a lot. But
yes.
Time to write some fucking medals.
No permanent casualties. Just some WIAs. But they stabilize them, they pack them up for flight. Get them some flying stretchers. Everybody extracts. Everybody gets back to base. Handshakes all around. High fives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was... I'm thinking to myself, is that the appropriate amount? No, that was the appropriate amount of tension. You guys... Everybody did their jobs and well, roles that were important were not botched. So, yeah, I think that was the fair amount of challenge. I'm going to call it a nice 400 XP for the session.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that plan went pretty good. You probably would have taken less flak shots if the scouts hadn't rolled a 98 on their test to engage the first time.
It happens.
Yeah, so they apparently had some problems with some dust and stuff in their eyes. You guys took your first unit casualties. Some of your guys actually got shot, but 4 out of 24 or 5 guys getting hit, not bad.
Yeah.
And
they
actually,
didn't die, which I'm gonna call a win.
Mm-hmm. They're just they're gonna have to be on medical leave for probably a week or two, you know, because they're stabilized now, but when you get back to base, they're probably gonna have to be in surgery to like pluck all the shrapnel out.
This is why we have a
Because
surgery
flak
unit.
sucks. But yeah, no. The Major did really good on her opposed roll, so everybody did their jobs okay, and you guys were really effective on target when it mattered.
Behold the might of stalled discipline.
And but the enemy mage commander did get it, well, quote unquote got away. You left him in the dust, so there are some people who have seen your tactics firsthand and survived, so that won't come back at all.
That just means I'll have to come up with something different.
So yeah, all right. So you guys probably until the new year have a pretty selection of light duty, and I will figure out what the next mission is next time. So,
oh boy, into the new year.
Let me go ahead and wind down the recording.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be 1915.
Right.
So I'll go ahead and wind down the recording. I'll tell everybody, if you're watching on YouTube, to do that whole like, comment, subscribe thing. Consider supporting us on Patreon and stuff. Yeah, we'll handle like EXP expenditure and stuff off mic, and we'll talk about it next time because we won't remember in a week or more.
Nope.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.